Hey friends, welcome back to the house this week for another drink with us. This is one that I am particularly excited about. So the reason I'm excited about this one is because we are finally doing a rum again.
Yay!
Yay! Yeah! If you have been around the channel for a while, you know that rum is my favorite spirit, and everywhere I go, I've been looking for something different, and I've been striking out on the rum. I'm finding other spirits, but just not the rum. So when I was in Nebraska this last time, I actually came across this one, and the bottle intrigued me. There really wasn't much about it as far as review-wise online, so it was perfect. And I've never had rum from this location, so I had to get it. Now today we are going to review and discuss Kasama. And cool things about this bottle is hand painted, looks very tropical with the leaves, with the like postage stamps. Mm-hmm. So it's almost like you're sending it to someone as a local little postcard or gift.
If only I could have a postcard of rum.
Hell yeah, that would be awesome. So that just really kind of intrigued me and drew me to the bottle on how different it looked. It didn't look cheesy, didn't have a bunch of, just the branding was a sticker. That it was done differently. So Kasama, the Sunshine Spirit, is actually 7-year aged rum from the Philippines.
Oh.
So have you ever had any rum from the Philippines?
Not that I know of.
I know that I have not. And through researching this, they are actually one of the largest rum producing countries, if not the largest in the world. But most of it stays there local. So,
interesting.
Yeah, so they are drinking their asses off down in the Philippines.
You know who you are.
Yeah. And Kasama means together in Filipino. So I love the start of that story. But this was a little bit unique compared to many others that we actually discuss and review on the channel from a craft spirit standpoint, and how the origin came to be. That this one is female driven.
I love a good origin story.
Yeah. So the creator of this is Alexandra Dorda. Now, you may not recognize that particular name because she is relatively young. She's, I think, probably 30-ish now. And this actually launched in February of 2021. So this is her first spirit, but she's been around the game for a long time. Probably about 27 of those 30 years, because she is actually the daughter of Belvedere's co-founder. Now, you know Belvedere.
Everyone should know Belvedere.
Yeah, it's a pretty common name in the spirit world.
It's a pretty delicious vodka in and of itself.
It is really good. And when she decided to start kind of going into the spirit side of business herself, she's always had an interest and a liking to rum. She also noticed that there was kind of a disparity or gap in women when it comes to spirits and distilling and things of that nature, and it really kind of drew her more in to want to do something different. So we could definitely respect that and respect the focus that she's had with this, because everything goes back to her roots, which her mom is from the Philippines, and her dad is from Poland.
Okay.
So she loves the tropical area of the Philippines, everything about the Filipino spirit, and the bottle kind of goes right along with it. The The plants that are on the side of the bottle are actually local to the Philippines. And some interesting things with this is that it's distilled and aged there in the Philippines for 7 years.
Okay.
All right, but then
Distilled and aged
Yep.
Philippines.
But then it is taken to Poland to their family's distillery, and that's where it's bottled and all cased up and closed and made pretty by hand.
Well, it sounds like if they were to try to bottle it in the Philippines, it would stay in the Philippines.
Couldn't really do a whole lot there. Yeah, there's a lot of regulations around getting things out, and this is not even sold in the Philippines because there's regulations on getting spirits in.
Huh.
So they're working on trying to actually get around that by building a distillery there in the Philippines. So that way everything can be bottled there locally. So a few other things about this is that last reporting it was sold in 3 countries, distributed in 23 states here in the U.S. And the family themselves have been around the industry for a little over 30 years. Her first run of this rum was 12,000 bottles, and it sold out in months. So they decided, well, based on the success of it, they're going to ramp it up. So their second run, they ramped it up to 72,000 bottles. So clearly it's been doing well.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. I could not find any information as to who is doing the rum in the Philippines. There is nothing out there on it. So if you happen to know, definitely share with us, because we'd love to know. It might just be a secret. So talk to us about how this one is made and what kind of goodness are we expecting.
Well, here's some fun information that I actually learned this weekend that ties into this.
Okay.
So, as we all know, rum is a distilled spirit from sugarcane. So
Which-
it's a little bit different than cachaça, but so rum, sugarcane. You have blackstrap rum, comes from like the bottom of the barrel after the sugar has been processed out of the juice, and then you have more of a higher level, which is more flavorful cane juice. Kasama is distilled from freshly pressed noble cane juice. Now here's what I learned. There's a whole bunch of different varieties of sugarcane. It's
I
not
didn't know
just
that.
it's not just sugarcane. There's as many varieties of sugarcane, I think, as there are grass.
Damn.
So there's just a lot going on out there. The noble cane juice is actually regarded as the best breed of sugarcane for juicing.
Really?
It contains a lot of juice, produces a lot of sweetness, a lot of sugar. It's a really premium cane.
Now, this isn't just something random that Dana discovered this week, but she actually bought a 6-foot piece of sugarcane to make sugarcane sticks for drinks here at
Drink
home
rations.
on Cuban night. So I can understand why you were working to figure out how to do what you needed to do with it. You discovered this stuff.
Yes. So really what happened was at the store I was presented with green sugarcane and purple sugarcane, and I needed to know which one to buy. So
I honestly didn't know there were multiple varieties.
there's multiple varieties.
Okay.
The noble cane is known for its juice qualities. It's known to be the best cane variety for juicing. So I'm not surprised that Alexandra, having been born into Belvedere's rich history of, top shelf spirits, would choose the top shelf cane juice for her rum.
Damn.
Totally not surprised about that at all.
Makes me anxious even more to taste this now.
Do I need to go get a sugar cane stick so we
No.
can put it in? Yeah.
No.
So once it's distilled, it's aged in American oak barrels in the Philippines and then brought to Poland. So it's aged for how long now?
7 years.
7 years.
Yeah.
So 7 years in the tropics is going to age it really fast.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm expecting it to actually taste a little older than 7, given just how the tropics work.
Right.
And it's your standard proof. 40% alcohol by volume, 80 proof. The other thing that we noted with Kasama is all of the reviews on it are saying that it has a sweet pineapple flavor, hint of vanilla, and just a pinch of sea salt. So knowing what I know about the noble cane juice now, I can say that that sweet pineapple flavor probably comes from the cane itself.
Exciting.
The hint of vanilla, of course, is going to come from those oak barrels, and that sea salt, not sure where that comes in. Maybe from the tropical air.
Yeah. Yeah, you think?
I think so. Some people say it's going to taste like a pineapple upside down cake.
Which I absolutely love.
So now you say you like pineapple upside down cake.
I never really think about it.
You've never mentioned this before.
I know, I never really think about it.
Well, now I'm going to have to make one.
Yes.
In the meantime, do you want to give this a taste?
Hell yeah. I have been anxious to get into this since I actually came back from Nebraska with it.
Excited for another spirit you brought back from Nebraska.
Yeah, we've got a haul, that's for sure.
We always have a haul.
Now this one was more than usual. So it's not a cork, it's just an embossed, maybe plastic, maybe wood, maybe
Bamboo?
bamboo. It's a very light wood.
Looks like bamboo. Would make it very, very sustainable. Definitely not made from noble sugar cane. I see you over there.
We're about even. Okay, I need to let that breathe for a second.
Oh, that is definitely pineapple-y.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pineapple and vanilla.
That's the only two things that I smell. Outside, there's a little bit of burn there.
Well, I mean, you can smell that it's alcohol.
Yes, it's got the alcohol burn from the nose on it, but
All right.
man.
Cheers.
Cheers. Okay, not quite the upside down cake that's that sweet, but it's just below it. It's got a good little hug there. It's smooth. It's not as smooth as I would think, but it's delicious.
It's reminding me of something, and I can't put my finger on it.
This is delicious sipping rum because all I taste is pineapple and vanilla.
It really, I mean, if I didn't know better, I would say they're infusing pineapples in this.
Well, did I do good on this one?
You did excellent on this one. I think this bottle's gonna disappear very quickly.
I think so too. Yeah. Price point for this is, I think it was in the $35, $38 range, somewhere in there. So very affordable for a great craft spirit, a good rum, Filipino rum. You just don't really see it.
Filipino rum, and it's the only rum bottled in Poland.
Yeah, which is Another great part of the story. Another great part of the story. So let us know if you've had this right here with Kasama and what your thoughts were, or any of the other rums from the Philippines, especially if they're distributed here in the U.S. I'd love to be able to try them and kind of compare. But my first is really set the bar high.
Yes. This is very amazing spirit coming out of the Philippines. And Poland.
Yeah, in Poland.
In Poland. Yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
Poland.
Yeah, it's my first rum from Poland.
It's my first rum that tastes like pineapple that's not flavored
Yeah.
to be like pineapple.
Yeah.
So it really kind of boils back, I think, to that noble cane, because all of the other rums that I think we've had, it doesn't specify that it's coming from noble cane.
This was the first one I've seen it. Call it out.
Very delicious.
Well, very good. I'm ready to call it and sit back and enjoy the drinks.
Oh, yes.
All right.
Maybe I'll put a mango in it.
Going really tropical.
Or some sugar cane.
Well, thank you once again for joining us. We certainly appreciate you. Until next episode, take care, stay safe. We'll see you soon. Cheers.